Was good, chat. I ain't even late. 1 to 10. How we doing, ladies and gentlemen? I'm back.
For whatever reason, the internet loves the spectacle. The bigger it is, the louder it is, the more expensive it looks, the better it performs. Look at the top of Twitch right now. It's flooded with...
I see me right there. I see me.
The more expensive it looks, the better it performs. Look at the top...
I saw me right there. Look at it. Look at us right there. We're right there. What game was I playing? Am I a nerd enough to know exactly what game that is? Yes, I am. That is literally the Witch and the Missing Babies that we played 2 games ago. I remember that staircase. This is new. This is new. That was the game from 2 days ago. I remember the staircase. Y'all remember it?
Twitch right now. It's flooded with million-dollar mansions, celebrity subathons, streamers buying their 10th dream car. Everything seems to be built around the question, how much money can we burn on camera? And then there's this guy. Caseoh is interesting.
Yo, wait, this is high quality. Bro got motion. This high quality. My bad. Let me quit pause.
Money can we burn on camera? And then there's this guy. Caseoh is interesting because on paper he's doing almost everything wrong. His production quality is kind of garbage. And then there's this guy. Caseoh is interesting because on paper he's doing almost everything wrong. His production quality is kind of garbage.
Caseoh, where'd he come from? 200,000 viewers playing Fall Guys yesterday.
Yeah, it wasn't even zoomed in or cropped.
His setup isn't designed to be...
Wait, was that real?
Everything wrong. His production quality is kind of garbage.
Caseoh, where'd he come from? 200,000 viewers playing Fall Guys yesterday.
Yeah, it wasn't even zoomed in.
When was this?
His setup isn't designed to be some massive content machine. Half the time he's live, he's playing some random game most people have never even heard of.
Your costume sucks, kid. Facts.
I mean, when your entire job is getting people to watch you, you don't turn down a Mr. Beast video. But Caseoh did.
I remember that.
Caseoh did not respond to my message.
And somehow, despite doing the opposite...
Wait, what?
But Caseoh did.
Caseoh did not respond to my message.
And somehow...
Hold on now. I didn't like I'll be seeing stuff and not respond. I just don't be looking.
Despite doing the opposite of what the internet tells creators they're
Wow! Okay, I'm
he's
done.
still
I'm done.
one of the biggest streamers on the planet. How does that happen? The honest answer is that none of this should have worked, because Caseoh's had the odds stacked against him since day one.
Oh my goodness, bro. Wow, you got your ducks in a row here. Not gonna lie. You know your stuff here, buddy. Wow. Dude, this is so... Dude, I used to... Nade Shot, Scump, that's Merc back there. Optic Merc back in the day, and then there's Big Timer over here. Man!
Optic guys. The problem was, he knew the odds, especially in his situation. His Wi-Fi was barely good enough to even watch YouTube.
Yeah.
Uploading to it or streaming on Twitch, forget it. So he buried it. He graduated high school, bounced between jobs, often working...
Hey, hold on now! Ain't that big?
For 6 years. 6 years of clocking in somewhere he didn't want to be. 6 years of watching other guys his age blow up online doing the exact same thing he'd given up on. By the end of it, Case was broke, burnout. He was one bad week away from walking into a recruiter's office and signing up for the military. Then his mom stepped in, and she asked him the question that changed everything. Why not take a real shot at the whole streaming thing? What's the worst that happens?
Yeah.
Now, streaming is one of the most competitive jobs on the planet. And if you're like Case, trying to pursue it full time, you need to understand, there's levels to this.
reformat all my sources to be in APA format, please?
Here are the references formatted according to APA.
Level 1, you can quit your job. Level 2, you're living large. And at level 3, you're the top 1% of the top 1%. Now, there's no direct translation from Twitch viewers to money. So for the sake of the example, we're gonna say you reach level 1 at around 100 viewers.
Yeah.
Once you're there, you can take the leap to streaming full time, which getting there sounds totally reasonable. It's not. Somehow convincing 100 people to watch you live is brutal. In the past year, 18.4 million people opened up Twitch and broadcasted live on the platform. I want you to guess how many of them actually made it to level 1. Seriously, throw a number out there. The answer is 165,536.
That is crazy.
That's less than 1%. For every person who gets to level 1, there's 100 that don't. Every big streamer you see today spent days, weeks, if not months streaming to an audience of 0. I mean, take Jinxie for example. He streamed to just 5 viewers for a year and a half before he ever made it.
5 viewers? He's grinding!
And I'm throwing all of these numbers at you for a reason, because without them, you wouldn't understand how truly insane what happens next is. Okay, so hate to interrupt myself here, but let's say you're like Caseoh and don't love your day job. Maybe you're not all that interested in streaming.
That's an understatement.
But you've got a business idea and just don't know where to actually start. Well, let me tell you about WAP. WAP is the world's largest internet market. It's where you go to create
Crazy plug!
all in one place. Coaching, paid communities, clothing brands, software, whatever
Plug
it is,
came
all
out of
handled by the
nowhere!
Back end for you. Pay-ins, payouts, all of it. The scale is wild. Over 18 million people are on the platform, and businesses on WAP are pulling in more than $3 billion a year.
Whopper,
You've got thousands of
Whopper,
solopreneurs
Whopper.
running right next to major brands like Kalshi, 11 Labs, and Polymarket.
Skip it. I ain't gonna
Here's the
skip it.
kicker
I'm watching this
that gets me.
video.
WAP Treasury actually pays you 6% on every dollar your business earns on the platform. Your money's working while you're working. So if you're stuck in a job you hate, go to WAP.com to start your business today.
Because in like 24 hours, y'all took me from nothing to crazy.
You see,
No!
Caseoh hit level 1 in the first hour of his first ever stream, and he didn't just get lucky.
Hey, y'all came through deep from the top, man.
In the days before he went live for the first time, Caseoh was already laying the groundwork. He spent days filming and editing
Yep.
clips of him playing NBA
I did that.
2K23.
I did
And
that.
on September 10th, 2022, he uploaded 22 videos to TikTok.
Yep.
The next morning, he woke up to over 10,000 followers, and a comment section flooded with one question.
Yep.
So that night, he went live for the first time, and the floodgates opened.
When I look down and I see 126 viewers, bro, I cannot believe it.
From
That
day on,
was
he followed the same
crazy.
routine. Clock in the 9 to 5, hit the second job, cut a few lawns, then come home and stream until he couldn't keep his eyes open.
Yeah! That's what I was
I
doing! cannot believe it.
From that day on,
You
he
got
followed
some inside information or something, buddy? You're a little too accurate with this.
the same routine. Clock in the 9 to 5, hit the second job, cut a few lawns, then come home and stream until he couldn't keep his eyes open.
I don't want to go sleep, man. I want to go to work, man.
Facts.
I want another build, dog. All I want to do is make builds and play 2K forever. I gotta go work.
After each stream, he'd find the best moments, clip them, and fire them back onto TikTok. The loop fed itself. Inside a week, he'd blown past 100,000 TikTok followers. Every stream was pulling 500 plus concurrent viewers.
Dude said, call the boss, quit. This your life now, cuz? Dude, imagine.
And the number that actually
trap
mattered,
house.
he was making more money streaming at night than he was at his day job.
And no, y'all literally just donated more than I make in a week in one night. Bruh.
Yep.
Bruh.
But Caseoh kept his head on straight. What shows up overnight can also disappear overnight. So before he quit his day job, he needed proof that this wasn't a fluke.
Hold up real
It can
quick.
also disappear overnight. So
I'm actually so based, it's crazy. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I know my ball, buddy. Only thing I would redo now. Only thing I don't disagree with here today is I'll probably go Chris Paul top 30. I'd move KG up to top 15. And I would move Steph Curry up to top 15 probably. But this was a few years ago, so. Yo, Ren with the 5. Thank you. Kobe? I didn't rank Kobe yet, but you already know where Kobe was going to be.
before he quit his day job, he needed proof that this wasn't a fluke. So he made a deal with his chat, hit 5,000 Twitch subs, and he'd quit his job.
Yep. This a day we're going to remember forever, you feel me? This a day we're going to remember forever. I remember
love
this.
y'all, man. Thank you, bro.
I remember this
It's all
day.
y'all, you feel me? Thank you, man.
Full-time Caseoh in the building, and I'm laying in their mouth, too.
Within just a few weeks, it was a done deal. Case's fan base was new, but dedicated, and they wanted to see him pursue this thing full time.
Like I said, I've been dreaming of wanting to, be a streamer, a content creator since I was 13 years old. I finally took the leap, bro. I was there. You was there, we.
And y'all
Yep, you was there too, Amaya. Yep.
Y'all came through crazy.
Now, it wasn't all sunshine and rainbows from here. His internet was still garbage, like genuinely bad.
Yep.
Streams would lag or even just end because the connection bottomed out.
You
See what I deal with.
And when you're trying to build an audience, that's the kiss of death. If your stream ends, they move on to the next. Eventually, numbers started slipping. For a couple months, it looked like maybe the whole thing was a fluke. Maybe the bubble had already popped.
You know, I've seen the numbers when I very first started. You know, the hype was there because I first blew up. Had like 800 viewers every night. Then y'all seen it dip to like, 100, 150. I was like, I gotta do something different or it's gonna go under.
Then he picked up a different game, Hogwarts Legacy.
Yep.
It was kind of a weird choice. It had a totally different audience from the 2K crowd he'd built, but he streamed it anyway, clipped a moment, and posted it to TikTok.
Oh my goodness, it's the TikTok that saved me. Chat, this is the TikTok that saved me right here. This specific one. Right here. I was up all night playing Hogwarts, dude. And I look out the window and the sun was, I could see the sun. It was like 7 in the morning. This was the TikTok that saved me right here.
Well, I see the sun peeking through the window a little bit. Sleep schedule gone now. Gotta make Hufflepuff proud, though.
Again, when did he say this was? 2023? February, probably like March, April?
Top heavy, I mean it.
Yeah.
Hey, it's me.
Yo, W video, bro. Bro is like, bro got like some inside information or something.
My heart's
This
fine.
is crazy.
I'm only 40.
Bro could.
Ignoring your heart health risk is no way to go through the world. Take
This is
Bailey's
actually
2-minute
crazy.
assessment.
At any given moment, there are about 3 million users on Twitch watching content. When you break down the viewer distribution by channel rank, the picture gets pretty clear. Out of the millions of channels on the platform, the top 250 pull over half the viewership. That's the difference between level 2 and
That's
level
crazy.
3. While it seems like the easiest jump on the ladder here, it's actually the most difficult. There's a specific blueprint nearly every streamer has followed to make this jump. Here, I'll break it down for you. What you're looking at right now is 5 of the biggest streamers on the planet. Each at the moment they were averaging exactly 2,500 viewers. Pay attention to the setups. None of them are exciting. The rooms are pretty basic, the camera quality kinda sucks.
Oh my
Pay attention
goodness.
to the setups. None of them are exciting. The rooms are pretty basic.
Bro looks entirely different now.
The camera quality kinda sucks.
Dude, y'all remember when Ninja was a Halo Pro? Ninja was a Halo Pro.
To the setups. None of them are exciting. The rooms are pretty basic, the camera quality kinda sucks. There's no production value. They look like what they are. Just guys streaming from their bedrooms.
Look at
Now
Kai,
fast
man.
forward to when those same streamers are pulling 10,000 viewers a night. Everything's changed. The lighting's dialed in. The cameras are crisp. The rooms look intentional. This is the blueprint kicking in. And it all starts with one realization. At this level, streaming isn't just a job anymore. It's a business. And like a business, the goal is to make as much money as possible. The internet, for whatever reason, craves a spectacle. And the spectacle game is pretty easy to play. You've kind of just got to spend money to make money. The setup is just the start. Next comes the move to LA. Buy the mansion, drop the I just bought my dream car video. Hire a dozen editors to pump out clips around the clock. By the time you're clearing 50,000 viewers, it turns into an optimization race. Every stream, every upload, every second of content is engineered to milk the cash cow. The longer you stay on the top, the more efficient it becomes, and weirdly, the more the internet praises you for it. But the spectacle only works if people are still looking. Relevancy is the whole game. The second your numbers dip, the money goes with it. So you're forced to stay visible. You hit the podcast circuit, impulsive on Monday and blank on Thursday. You show up to every mainstream streamer event. You become a permanent fixture in the conversation because the conversation is the product. And the fastest way to stay in a conversation is to stand next to someone bigger than you. Take those same 5 streamers and pull up their biggest streams of all time. Ninja, Fortnite with Drake, Hayden Ross, the Donald Trump.
I remember that. Do y'all remember when Ninja played Fortnite with Drake back in the day, bro? That was like the craziest thing in the world at the time. Do y'all remember that? What year was that, dude?
On stream that pulled over 1 million concurrent viewers. That's the blueprint. I'm not necessarily saying it's bulletproof or guaranteed, but it's the safe route. Every streamer who's made it to the top 250 has run some version of that exact playbook based on constant evolution. But Caseoh ignored this approach altogether. His strategy is quite literally the opposite in just about every possible sense. The last time we talked about Caseoh, he was fresh off of Hogwarts, averaging 2,500 viewers. So let's run that same comparison from earlier and fast forward to when he's at 10,000.
When was I at that?
Not much has changed.
How do you know?
Sure, he did buy a new house, but he moved from a trap house to a trailer just across town. Either way, at the end of the day, his computer monitor is still being held up with the vacuum
I know you did
I
not.
don't have the vacuum cleaner holding up the back of the monitor.
I know you did not throw that in here.
Monitor is still being held up with a vacuum cleaner.
If I don't have the vacuum cleaner holding up the back of the monitor, it'll fall
Just
over.
a clarification, that is a floor steamer, not no regular vacuum cleaner.
And then back here are my PCs. You can tell they're being held up by books as well.
And the camera quality seems to somehow have gotten worse.
Is that still the setup?
Monitor, it'll fall
No,
over.
but
And
you
then
want to
back
know
here
what's
are my
funny though? This PC right here, I still use this. I'm actually using that right now. I'm using my Starforge for gaming, and I have that plugged in too. Because I plugged it in last second. That one day, it was one day when the internet kept going off. And I plugged it in one day, and I never unplugged it. It's still, I'm still using it. Got that thing from Best Buy for like $2,000. Yep. Sure did.
PCs.
It's sitting right there.
Held up by books as well.
And the camera quality seems to somehow have gotten worse.
Yep. Yeah, my stream quality is actually so crispy. It looks like it's in 4K.
Since Hogwarts, he's continued to stream 4 to 6 nights a week. Same time, same chat, rotating through whatever random games he feels like. Supermarket Simulator, Granny, Dress to Impress.
Yeah.
What is this?
Oh, man.
Why is it on my front page?
Playing it.
Games a normal person wouldn't think to stream. But then you watch for 5 minutes and you start to get it.
This is the funniest dude on the internet right now.
Just plays the most random
Everything.
games.
Caseoh, where'd he come from? 200,000 viewers playing Fall Guys yesterday.
Because the game isn't the point. The chat isn't there for the games. They're there to watch him fall out of his chair for the 10th time this month and narrate it like he's describing a car accident.
Yo, music with the
That
5.
almost killed me.
No! Yo! Chat! The chair is dead, dude!
To watch him get jump scared by a horror game and scream at a volume that blows out the mic. And that's why it worked. By January of 2024, Caseoh was averaging over 50,000 concurrent viewers every single night, making him the #3 ranked streamer on all of Twitch.
Get fit for the new Callaway Quantum.
Yo, this video is
and
good.
Experience a quantum leap in distance.
Own a vacation rental? If it's not listed on Booking.com, it's invisible to millions of
This is a
travelers.
good
on our
video.
platform. Don't let your
Like, my mind is weird. Like, in my mind, I still don't have the thought of, like, I still made it. Yeah, because in my mind, I feel like if I have that thought and tell myself that I made it, you don't want to get, like, lazy. It's going to go downhill. Yeah. You know,
Oh my goodness, that's exactly what I think. Khalidis with the 5, thank you.
I mean,
By every metric the industry actually uses,
Bro
Caseoh is
gets me. Dude, nobody gets me like that. Y'all know what I'm saying? Y'all understand what I'm saying when I say that right there? Not what I'm saying here, but what I was saying there.
My mind is weird. Like in my mind, I still don't have the thought of like, I still made it. Yeah, because in my mind, I feel like if I have that thought and tell myself that I made it, you don't want to get like lazy. It's going to go.
Yeah, it's almost like you can never be. I've always had the thing is like, you always have like a limiter on like the certain happiness level I can get to. Because if I get to like a certain happiness level, something bad's going to happen. So I always got like a limiter on it. Do y'all do that too?
You know what I mean?
By every metric the industry actually uses, Caseoh is underperforming. He's leaving growth on the table at every possible turn. He doesn't invest in new setups, he doesn't upgrade his gear, and has no real plan to optimize himself. Every analyst will tell you he could be twice the size he is if he just ran the playbook like everyone else. And honestly, they're probably right. But here's the thing. Caseoh never looked at any of that and felt like he was losing something. Buying a house in the hills, pulling up in a supercar, collecting all the things that say you've made it. None of that ever seemed to be important to him. And there's nothing wrong with wanting those things. A lot of creators go in with exactly that goal in mind. But Caseoh sits in this rare category of someone who actually reached the I made it moment and genuinely doesn't want it.
It was never about like being huge, just like, because it didn't matter the money. You know, I just wanted to do what I loved for a living.
Facts, I did,
yeah. You know, pinching pennies to make it. But as long as I get to stream every day instead of go to work, I was cool with that. You know?
But to be clear, it's not like he's allergic to money. He's the #3 streamer on Twitch. The guy is doing just fine. But there's a difference between making money and squeezing every last cent out of your audience. He's never done any kind of subathon, he doesn't say yes to every brand that comes knocking, and he doesn't manufacture drama to give the numbers a little bump. The way he sees it, you can't leave money on the table if it was never what you sat down for.
I made that. Some of my most favorite jobs I ever had were the jobs where I was making pennies.
Yo, I'm not even finna lie to y'all.
Facts!
I think y'all just donated more than my week's paycheck in one night.
September 14th, 2022, bro. Were the jobs where I was
How you
was
get
making
this?
pennies.
Yo, I'm not even finna lie to y'all. I think y'all just donated more than my week's paycheck in one night.
I'm talking about sitting in the parking lot of the dollar store, having to call my mom, be like, hey, can you spot me $50 for food for the rest of the week? Yep, and matter of fact, not only was it the dollar store, you got the specific dollar store right. It happened at a Family Dollar. Bro even got the dollar store right. Bro could have put a Dollar General. No, bro even got it happened outside of a Family Dollar on the left-hand parking lot.
In one night.
I'm talking about sitting in the parking lot of the dollar store, having to call my mom, be like, hey, can you spot me $50 for food for the rest of the week? And she would spot me that 50 every time. But you know what? I was happy.
Like, if I could turn this into something and just be able to do this with y'all every day, that'd be a dream come true.
Yeah, I was broke, but it was all right because the job was cool.
Yep.
Dude, I'm not worried about Twitch ad revenue. I would rather people have a good viewing experience than make an extra, you know, whatever. Yeah, I agree with that too.
So that's the money half of the blueprint. The mansion, the supercar,
Yo,
the
Brute with the
optimization.
50, W Brute
But
with the
the
50.
blueprint isn't only about money. The other
W Brute with the 50, thank you, Brute. W Brute for real, thank you, W Brute.
half of the blueprint is relevancy. The streaming world has a short memory, and the way you fight that is by staying in the conversation. Podcasts, events, collabs, it all comes down to the same idea. Stand next to someone bigger than you, and you get to share some of their spotlight. Well, if you thought he was underperforming on the money side of the blueprint, just listen to this. In 3 years as one of the biggest streamers on the planet, he's done exactly one traditional collab. Jinxie.
What's the furthest you've ever traveled?
My boy Jinxie's the only dude to ever get me out the crib to go do something. That's my boy right there. That's my boy right there, man. Not gonna lie, look at us.
Traditional collab. Jinxie.
What's the furthest you've ever traveled?
Florida, and that was one time.
That's the homie Layla Laser right there
Furthest
too.
you've ever traveled?
Florida, and that was one time to go to Jinxie's house.
And that collab is, almost word for word, the only existing footage of Caseoh outside of his own house.
My friend brought this up yesterday to me when we were chilling. He said it's crazy that Jinxie literally has the only recorded footage of me outside of my own screen set. Like, he's the only one. Yeah. That's got me out of my room.
Matter of fact, it was the first time he'd ever left the state he was born in.
So this is the first time you've ever been out?
Besides the one time I went to Branson, Missouri when I was a kid and almost drowned.
Florida? Or out of Arkansas, yeah. Wow.
It's just, I don't know, I'll be getting homesick. I get away from home for too long, I'm just, man, I don't know.
Over the last 3 years, Caseoh has won 5 different awards.
And the streamer award goes to
Caseoh.
He hasn't shown up to a single one in person.
Mr. Beast tweeted you? Oh yeah, I talked to him. Yeah, I can't even go on a Mr. Beast video due to fear of airplanes. Ain't that bad, chat?
Yeah.
According to the blueprint, all of those
Music
things
with
just
the
come
T,
with the
thank you,
territory
music.
of being in the top 1%. But Caseoh is avoiding all of it. And when you stack it all up, not going to award shows, turning down the collabs, even the fact that he's only left the state of Arkansas once,
Jamie with the
you start
five.
to wonder if there's more to it than just not caring.
To Leo, buy one, get one snacks
Yo,
means
W video.
maximizing his savings potential. However you make money work.
Get
Wells
YouTube
Fargo
Premium?
can
Bro,
work
I'm not
with
even signed into an account.
We've been having some troubles here with one of our dolphin friends.
Okay.
What is
Tell me
this?
more. How can I
What
help?
is
His
this?
name is Tails, and he's
Chat, I didn't tell y'all this, bro. When I was changing setups to go from the trap house into the trailer, I
The
was
boys?
literally a mental wreck for like a week straight. Because I don't know if anybody else has this, but dude, I have like some form of horrific OCD that I've had for years, that if something even minor changes, I'm gonna die.
That's true.
You see, OCD is one of the most misunderstood conditions out there. People hear the word and picture someone who just likes things clean and organized. And while that can be a part of it, that's not
That
exactly
happened.
what it is. At its core, OCD is anxiety. For Caseoh, moving into a new house meant moving into an environment that was full of variables his brain hadn't had the chance to map out yet.
Like when I take my hat off and put it on the counter, same spot every night. If it goes in a different spot, I'm dead.
Everything becomes unpredictable, and for someone with OCD, an unpredictable environment is one thing that can't be controlled. Each unknown stacks on top of the last until his brain is sent into overdrive.
Chat, here's some lore for you. Every time I would leave to work in the morning, I would go outside my house, and I would have to check that my doorknob was locked 37 times. I would have to start my drive to work, take a block back around to my house, and check it another 11 times.
So did.
And then I could go to work.
Which explains why his setup has barely changed over the years. It's one of the places where his brain already knows the answers to all the questions. It's his rules, at his pace, all in an environment that makes him most comfortable. But that need for predictability doesn't stay contained to his house. It follows him everywhere.
I went out in public 3 times in a row. I got recognized all 3 times. I never went outside again, bro.
Like some people, bro, came up like, hey, yo, can I get a picture?
Oh, I remember this, bruh.
Started looking, I'm like, oh man, dude, I was about to pass out, man.
Outside of that room, he controls nothing. Who's around him, how they got there, whether someone grabs his shoulder before he sees it coming. None of it is up to him.
I don't go out in public. I don't. Never.
When he's at home, it's easier to manage because, well, he's in his own house. But in public, there's no way to make the unknown stop. It's not only uncomfortable, but also insanely overwhelming.
You would have a better chance of actually winning the Powerball lottery than ever seeing me in public. That's how rare it is. No joke.
The blueprint says the path forward
Hey, he right though. It ain't a big chance.
revolves around a constant state of evolution. The more you change, the newer things are, the
Official
more
with the
excited
10,
people are
thank
to
you.
watch. But for Caseoh, that path has never really been accessible the same way it is for everyone else. And yet, here he is.
Literally almost 1,000 away from
Man,
say it ain't so. This is a moment in history? No, this is a moment.
10 milli!
Behind everything, the awards, the numbers, the journey from a rice mill to the number 3 spot on Twitch, almost nothing has actually changed.
You definitely gonna do this full time? Hey, I hope so, CJ. That'd be a dream come true for you, boy, man. Maybe my parents don't have to work no more either. That'd be a dream come true.
Hey, they ain't.
Too, bro.
He's been grounded in the fact that streaming was never about being the very best. It was always about building a life worth living. For himself and for the people he loved. About being the very best. It was always about building—
Dog, where did you get this picture?
Bro.
He's been grounded in the fact that streaming was never about being the very best. It was always
I don't
about
even know what
building
this
a life
picture
worth living.
is!
For himself and for the people he loves.
I know that one.
Wait, Mom, we're about to hit 10 million. I can't believe what I'm seeing.
Oh my goodness.
I can't believe what I'm seeing. We about to hit 10 million! No way we're actually about to hit it.
We did.
We hit 10 million, baby! Let's go!
them things.
His mom was there before any of this made sense.
She brought me some balloons in here. Yeah.
Uh-oh, not the
She
balloon.
brought me some balloons.
Not the balloon situation.
You can't see it. Get a pose in there with it.
Before all of the awards and money, before tens of thousands of people were waiting for him to go live, she was the only one who pushed him to try streaming in the first place.
Yep.
That's a dadgum diamond play button.
Yeah, it is.
You've had this? What? It wouldn't be possible without y'all, Chad. And you know who else it wouldn't be possible without? My mom. Come stand in front of the camera. Look at that.
Play button. W mom.
And his dad, the man who spent his whole life doing the kind of work nobody claps for.
My dad, for example, like, dude, this whole life just working. He's had multiple back surgeries, multiple wrist surgeries, multiple foot surgeries, all from just working his whole life.
The man he watched and worked alongside with.
I told y'all he looked like Mr. Clean.
His whole life.
The man he watched and worked alongside with.
I told y'all he looked like Mr. Clean. Told you.
With no complaints.
I worked with my dad. We were both maintenance men. Maintenance ain't easy work. You know, you're crawling under sinks, you're changing faucets, you're crawling up in attics, you know, all that. Just nasty.
The same man that taught him how to work was eventually the one who told him to quit his regular job and do what he loved.
I remember the night we hit 5,000. I was like, all right, tomorrow I'm going to call my boss. I remember I got him to call because I was scared. Like, hey, boss, you know, I'm playing video games for a living. But it'd sound better coming from my dad because, you know, my dad was essentially like his right-hand man.
Yep.
But yeah.
So when streaming became a reality, he made sure that the two people who spent their lives building him up never had to work again.
What has been like the most fulfilling thing that you've run into in your career?
Just that everybody gets to chill.
Yeah.
And they have to get away from the jobs they hated and everything like that, and we can all just chill and do this. That's the best thing. I was gonna say they're retired because you know they don't want to just chill and do nothing. They do a lot of stuff for me. Like my dad, if I need something to go get or something, he goes and gets it. My mom handles all the background, like all of it.
If you ask Case, that's the whole story right there. In a world where overnight success has a way of quietly hollowing people out, Caseoh never let any of it change him.
The only thing I want to be is a place for people to go for 4 hours a night, forget about life, you know, crack some jokes, you know, have a good time, and just chill out.
And that's why this story isn't over. Caseoh has already crossed the line that mattered the most. He turned his dream into real life. He helped his family stop working. He became the place he always wanted to be for others. So whatever happens next is just the icing on the cake.
Yo, W video, man. Wow, that was good.
I've been dreaming of this since I was a kid, bro. Y'all for real low-key making dreams come true, bro.
Yo, W video, man, that was good. Bro, that was actually a really good, like, documentary type deal. That was good. Bro had some pictures I didn't even know about in there, too. Like, what was that? That was a great video. Shout out Golf Cart. That was good. Bro already got motion, too. I see why. That was my fault. My bad. That's my bad. I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Chat, W video for real. That was actually that was a great video right there. That was good. That was good right there. Look, there's some polite people in the comments too, man. Look how nice they are in the comments, man. Look at that, bro. Bro, W video. That was actually that was goated. I didn't even know about this till my mom just put it on the pin thing. Yeah, go give that a like. That was good. That was actually really good video. He started to cook you in the beginning, yeah. Bro, keep cooking me in the beginning of it. Nah, W video though, actually.